Imagine a being that does not seek balance, but chaos. That offers no redemption, only eternal suffering. Ahriman, the ancient spirit of darkness, born not out of rebellion, but from the very essence of evil. In Persian mythology, it is he who poisons the world with disease, deceit, and decay, relentlessly striving to destroy all that is pure and full of light. In Zoroastrianism, one of the oldest religions in the world, originating from ancient Persia, the universe is a constant battlefield between two forces, good and evil. On the side of light stands Ahura Mazda, the creator, guardian of truth, order, and life. On the side of darkness, Ahriman, also known as Angra Mainyu, the primordial spirit of destruction, deceit, and chaos. He was not created by Ahura Mazda. He existed from the beginning as his opposite, as the absolute negation of existence. It is he who is responsible for suffering, death, disease, and war, every manifestation of the corruption of what is good and pure. Ahriman is not a god in the traditional sense. He does not create, nurture, or build. He is pure, conscious negation of existence. In Zoroastrianism, he appears as a primordial force of evil, whose goal is not to seize power, but to utterly annihilate order, truth, and light. Wherever his influence spreads, divisions begin to form among people, in nature, within hearts. His actions are the corruption and degeneration of everything good. Every feeling love, loyalty, compassion under his influence turns into its opposite: obsession, betrayal, indifference. Ahriman sends diseases not to punish, but to break the spirit. Wars erupt when his whisper reaches the minds of the powerful, feeding pride, envy, and the lust for domination. The lies he wields are not simple deceptions, they are distortions of reality itself, a blurring of the line between what is true and what is manipulated. Unlike other mythological villains, Ahriman does not act out of a thirst for power, but from an absolute hatred of existence itself. His mission is not only the destruction of matter, but of the spirit, the undermining of faith, the annihilation of hope, the stripping away of meaning. That is what makes him so terrifying. He is relentless, incorruptible, and incomprehensible through human values. His goal is endless chaos, eternal entropy, the unraveling of all harmony. The cosmic war with Ahura Mazda. At the heart of Zoroastrian cosmology lies a fundamental conflict, not between two equal forces, but between eternal light and ancient shadow. Ahura Mazda, the god of goodness, wisdom, and order, created the world with the intention of fostering harmony. Ahriman, in his hatred of existence, could not tolerate this. It is not merely a struggle for power, it is a metaphysical war for the very structure of reality. According to sacred texts, this conflict is not eternal, it has a beginning and an inevitable end. Time, which seems endless to humans, is only a fragment of a great cycle for the gods. Ahriman entered the created world with force, poisoning it with his presence, but Ahura Mazda did not create the world for eternal suffering. On the final day, Frasho Karidi, Ahriman will be defeated and all evil cleansed. Souls will be redeemed, and reality will be reborn in perfect form, free from suffering and falsehood. But until that time comes, Ahriman's shadow continues to poison humanity. It is his whispers that lead to betrayal, his influence that tears apart families and nations. Though he cannot win, he can wound deeply, painfully, repeatedly. And that is why every good thought, every honest deed, every spark of hope matters. It is a weapon in this ancient war between light and darkness. Because as long as the shadow still spreads, the fight goes on. Ahriman in pop culture. Although his name does not resonate as loudly as Lucifer or Hades, Ahriman has inspired artists, writers, and creators for centuries who sought something deeper than a mere antagonist. He is neither a tragic figure nor a rebellious angel. Ahriman is pure, absolute destruction. In occult literature, he appears as a being whose presence carries no lesson or redemption, only the coldness of annihilation. He is the archetype of evil that does not negotiate, he simply exists to extinguish the light. In the world of RPG games and comics, Ahriman has taken on new forms, often portrayed as an all-powerful demon, god, or otherworldly entity embodying chaos and spiritual corruption. His name is used where creators need an enemy who threatens not only the physical world, but the very fabric of reality itself. He is often the inspiration for main antagonists in horror and dark fantasy, as a force that cannot be understood or stopped, only endured, if that is even possible. In Western culture, Ahriman increasingly appears as an alternative to familiar devils and demons, more primal, more alien, more terrifying. His mythology, though less known, fascinates with its harshness and uncompromising nature. This is not an evil that tempts, it is an evil that arrives without a word. Is Ahriman just a myth? Or maybe a metaphor for real forces of destruction lurking within humanity? What do you think? What shapes the world more, light or shadow? Let us know in the comments.